Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday, unless you live in Memphis. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't own one of these, you need to go out today and buy one. Not tomorrow, not next week, not give me 5 minutes, today, okay? In case y'all didn't see what's going on in Memphis overnight, you might want to check this out. This is exactly what happens in liberal enclaves. Now, you know Tennessee is a solid red state, okay? But like every other state in the union, the cities, Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville, are run by liberals, okay? It's the way it is. You know, the city dwellers happen to like the communist rule. Except for Memphis. I mean, Memphis is solid red all around everywhere. I'm sorry, solid blue. No, hardly solid red. Our one Democrat representative in Washington comes from Memphis. Defund the police is in Memphis. No bail is in Memphis, all this sort of stuff. And the criminals run control. So yesterday, you had a 19-year-old kid, 19 years old, I want to give you this, who was released from prison 6 months ago after serving 11 months of a 3-year sentence. Okay? His 3-year sentence, well, he was originally charged with attempted first-degree murder that he pled down to aggravated assault. So I want to know what happened to second-degree, third-degree manslaughter, whole night. I mean, this is like, oh, gee, you were trying to rob a bank. We'll let you plead it down to, stealing a candy bar, shoplifting charge. I mean, that's how stupid this was. Then, after pleading down a attempted first-degree murder charge to aggravated assault and getting 3 years sentence, he served 11 months. All right. So the guy served 11 months for a pre-planned attempted murder, and he didn't get charged with murder because the person didn't die. So he gets released. Way to go, court system. Okay. Liberal court system. So what does this guy do yesterday? Oh, he decides to go on Facebook Live and live stream a killing spree in Memphis, where he killed 4 people and shot 3 others with non-fatal injuries. So he shot 7 people, killing 4. I'm going to give you this. I watched the video, not live. Not that I follow a scumbag like this guy. Not that I have Facebook anyway. But he walked into an AutoZone, for example, and shows walking in the door, and here's a white guy walking up to the counter with his car parts or whatever it is, and this guy yells out a couple of profanities, goes pop, pop, kills the guy right in the AutoZone. I mean, the guy's getting stuff for an oil change for the car or something like that, Sorry, honey, I didn't come home because I got killed while I was trying to pay for an oil filter. There was another situation where the killer feigned being injured, and so a medical professional, female, went to help him. And as she walked up, pop, and she was rushed off to the hospital. Condition unknown. Okay. This is what you need to get ready for. This is where the people that are going to completely lose it are going to go. I mean, I showed you that video some of you watched before the live stream of the 1961 episode of The Twilight Zone. Okay? And again, this was back when civilization was a little bit more civil. And you saw in a 1961 Hollywood how people snapped in an instant because of what was going to happen. Now we're facing the reality of what's happening. And I'm not talking about a nuclear war or something like that. I'm talking about something a lot more simple. I don't have any food. I don't have any heat. I just got evicted from my apartment. Mind you, 20% of the American population right now is worried about getting evicted in the next 2 months because of the rents going up so high they can't afford them. Okay. There's nowhere for people to live. I've said this many times. The average rent in the United States is now about $2,000. Think about what that is. There's 40 hours in a work week. So that's 160 hours in a month. That means you need to make somewhere around $13 an hour after taxes just to pay the rent. No car payment, no phone payment, no electric bill, no water, insurance, anything like that. Just to pay the rent. What do you think is going to happen? People are going to snap. And when there's no hope, they don't care. And so what do? They're going to lash out at the people they blame for this. Now, this goes right into what the media keeps saying. Kathy Griffin, if you want a civil war, vote for Republicans. The conservatives did not cause this. I hate to let all the Democrats know. The economic disaster we are in right now is 100% the responsibility of the Democrat Party. And don't give me this crap of, well, Trump sent out stimulus checks too. Stimulus checks are, yes, they are part of the inflationary problem, okay? They have nothing to do with $4.50 gas. They have nothing to do with groceries nearly doubling. They have nothing to do with the electricity going up, with the lack of heating oil, anything of the sort, with the war in Ukraine, with the crime coming across the southern border. They have nothing to do with that. Spare me your bullshit and your crocodile tears. Okay. This is Joe Biden's, Nancy Pelosi's, Chuck Schumer's, Gavin Newsom's, Eric Adams, Bill de Blasio, Kathy Hochul, Lori Lightfoot, pick one. This is their fault. No doubt. And the response you are getting from desperate people now who have nothing, who've lost everything, who have nothing to show for their life anymore. Now, granted, this kid was a fucking moron at 19 years old, and his career aspirations were to be a gangbanger. I'm sorry, kid. We all have a choice to make decisions. Your decision-making ability sucks. Okay? Rotten hell. Hopefully they give you the fucking chair. But I'd rather see a firing squad, and I'd be more than happy to be one of the 3 to pull a trigger. But get rid of scum like you out of this country. But this is what's going on, guys. Guy walks into an AutoZone to buy a jug of oil. Never goes home. If there are enough people that have these, the good guys with the gun, yeah, maybe we would have still lost this guy in AutoZone. But there should have been 2 guys behind the counter and 3 other customers in there who should have unloaded on this dumbass. Next time this happens, hopefully there's a good guy with a gun around, because regardless of what Kathy Hochul says, good guys with guns stop the bad guys with guns. Unless, of course, you're in Maryland, which, if y'all didn't catch this story real quick, just to finish this one out, make sure you follow the laws of your state, because, oh yeah, there was a good guy with a gun, ex-Marine, who stopped a bar fight where one patron pistol whipped another one, and this 57-year-old ex-Marine floored the aggressor, stopped this guy from shooting anybody. The police came, thanked the Marine for stopping the fight, said in public this guy probably saved lives, and then proceeded to arrest the Marine because he had a .22 on his hip and he was within 100 yards of a public building, and so therefore he committed a gun crime. Never even took the gun out of his holster. But because he had it on him, they arrested him. That's liberal policy. That's stupidity. But that's what you get when you vote blue. Pinball out.